Review from Mafia 2 on the Xbox 360. I'm going to start with the good stuff because I, one, don't have as much to say, and two, the bad stuff, I have more to say, but it's kind of less formed, and it's more of a rant than it is an actual properly thought out analytical point. Okay, so let's start with the good. The main kind of point that a couple of points I really like about Mafia 2 is I like the narrative in general. I thought was quite good, and I like the start of the game where you start in like a war, in the war, and it kind of gives like a good backstory to his character. It makes you feel a little more connected to him, you know, as a character, which I thought was a good choice, was a good move to make. The visuals, I thought the visuals are fantastic in the game, really impressive. The set pieces, not just the action set pieces, but when you're walking around the town, stuff happens, cats jump out of windows into dustbins, and you know, when you're walking in the apartment, you can hear arguments, or the cleaning lady might be listening in, or somebody's knocking on somebody's door telling them to be quiet. Some really nice atmospheric elements, and it really does make it feel alive and real. The snow, I really like the snow, the visual effects of the snow in the first couple of levels. And the story in general is quite good. I mean, you know, it is quite interesting, and it does kind of make you want to play on, and I thought the prison stuff was really good. But really, apart from some of those points, which are mostly visual, and you know, kind of the narrative was okay, they're overshadowed by one absolutely horrible bad point, which I won't get to yet. I'll get to some other bad points. One, this is the bad. You can't shoot out of the car, which is ridiculous, because when you're on a mission where you get chased by cops and they're shooting at you, you want to shoot. Number two, the cars seem a little bit uneven. You'll have some that are really slow and some that are really fast, but even when you're like chasing cops, they're right on your ass, and it's so irritating. So that's annoying. Crashing and dying, which I thought was cool at first, is annoying, especially if you're in chase. Visual stuff, some screen tearing. Also, if you get close up to their face, you can see they're made out of like checkers and like checkered patterns and stuff. Some bad like animation in there. Also, I like to say that if you had the PS3 version, I hear that they never fixed the blood thing and they never fixed the grass thing, which is awful. Another point I'd like to make, I was debating whether to bring this one up, and I think this review in general is quite interesting, because if I'd done this review 4 days ago, I would have been a lot less harsh on it than I have now, but something's settled in. This is one of the things, but there's another thing later that I think is possibly even worse, but this is bad. I don't know whether this is worth saying, because some people might just think, oh, chill out, it was only a bit of a laugh or something, but I thought it was insulting. I felt the game was a little racist. Now, I understand that it's racist within the context of the time, right? So there'll be racial slurs and stuff like that, which I understand. But say the black people in the game, right? The voice acting was so kind of just jive talking and simplistic and a cliched vision, you know, of, you know, almost racist, I felt, kind of vision. It was just a little bit too, it was funny at first, but then with all the jive talking and all the, you know, lingo and all that, I just thought, oh, come on, really? It was a bit much. I mean, I understand like actual racial slurs given the time, but I just felt that was insulting. I didn't enjoy it. And the last point I like to make, which was insulting on a totally different level, was the length of the game. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Now, this is how it would have been different if I reviewed it 4 days ago. I would have gone, the game's short, but I really like the visuals and whatever, and I kind of forgive it for that. I don't forgive it for that. It's ridiculous. The game is made up of 15 chapters, and I'd say maybe 3 of those chapters have more than one mission. It's ridiculous. So effectively, you're getting maybe 18 missions at most, which is just ridiculous. I mean, and then they're charging you for downloadable content. So what they've effectively done is made a half-arsed game and then gone, oh, we'll just chuck them in a load of content, you know, and make them pay for it. Which is so insulting, because video game audiences and markets are some of the most loyal you can have if you treat them right. I mean, you know about like fanboys and all that kind of stuff. They are the most loyal if you treat them right, and they have not treated us right. It is ridiculous, and on that level, I cannot recommend this game. As good as the visuals are, as good as some of the narrative set pieces are, and some of the action and the gunfighting, as good as some of that is, I cannot recommend this game because what you'll do is you'll be thinking, oh, this is really good, this is really good. And before you know it, it's over. I can't click my fingers. It's over. So I can't recommend it. I really can't. I wish I could. I tried to force myself to because I sometimes sell games if I don't like them, and I'm trying to force myself not to. I've got it in my bag ready to sell, and I kind of not too sure whether I'm going to yet, but I keep trying to play it and thinking, oh, this isn't too bad, this isn't too bad, and then it just gets to the point where I'm like, oh no, you know. Anyway, as I say, those visual stuff is great. So my sum up would be visuals is good, narrative is kind of good, as short as it bloody well is. The action is fun as well, but the game is so short. That thing with the racial stereotypes I thought was awful, and I just was disappointed. I think it's insulting to video gamers. So that's my review. Take care, take it easy, and I'll see you later.
Come on, do it, do it, do it! Come on, do it now!